if you're new here, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss anything that will be posted here. Finally, it's the third edition of the Citizen Rising Women Initiative, and we normally conduct interviews with women who have succeeded in their career journey. And with me today is the head of Human Capital and Administration at CIBB Bank, Miss Noelah, and she's here to tell us about her story on how she got to where she is today. So please join us through this entire interview. Hopefully you're going to learn a thing or two. Hi Noelah, how are you?
I'm fine. Happy to have you here. I'm fine. I'm happy to see you here.
You're looking great.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for having us today and agreed to do this interview.
Fantastic.
Now, let's start with your journey. Just tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you become the Noelah or the woman that you are today? Just
That's a very good question. I think it all comes through the experience that we go through in life as human beings, but also it accounts to, in terms of the values that I was brought up with. They've contributed very much into who I am today, as a mother, as a sister. Yeah, there is a lot that has made who I am. Perhaps also the challenges that I've gone through as a lady. Yeah.
Like, what are some of the challenges, if you don't mind sharing them?
No, I think in a normal lifespan of a human being, you go through different phases in life, and some of the challenges may be perhaps when you're moving from one stage to the other, you may encounter different kinds of biases, you may encounter maybe some kind of unacceptance into who you are, but also as a human being, some of the challenges you're creating them yourself, perhaps because of your lack of knowledge or unwillingness to learn. So if I was to list a number of challenges, there will be so many, but what makes it different is the fact that there are no challenges anymore. They're actually learning points and things that we use to our advantage to advance ourselves as leaders.
Like where is like, did it reach like a point in life and you were like, oh, I'm done, I can't do this, like this is hard, I didn't know like it's going to be like this, and you wanted to quit at some point, or?
That's a good one. I actually did.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There was a point in life where I was moving from one step to the other in my career ladder, and I realized that the skills, the abilities that I had were not only enough to take me through another level. And I tried, like, you speak about faith. I prayed. You speak about having the technical ability. I had it. My performance was excellent. But there were so many other factors that many women tend to miss, because you feel that people will see you because you're a good performer. People will see you because you're kind, you're nice. But there was another level. There was some politics in it. They were handling complications of workplaces, some of them things that you have never maybe encountered before. Yeah, so you reach a stage and you say, perhaps this is not for me. Maybe I'm not ready for this.
Maybe
and you start cancelling, you start cancelling yourself, and then you lose your confidence. Even the things that you knew, now you're starting to think about, do I really know this? So you tend to feel like, you know what, this is enough. But what we realize also as we go through in leadership, you are your own rescue, no one else is. And when you realize that you're going through all these challenges, and when you notice that there is no way you're coming out of this place,
you have to save yourself.
you have to, then you have to step up, or you step out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way, for overcoming all the problems and challenges. Now, you talked about you being a mom, a sister. How do you manage your time? Like, now you have a lot of things that you have to do at work, but then you have to take responsibilities as a mother as well. How do you manage your time to do both?
Well, I think just being a mother gives you that ability to, I don't know if I should call it multitasking, but you get the superpower once you become a mother. But the other things that have helped me, structuring myself. I really enjoy having my schedule in place. I make use of, like technology. I definitely have to use my calendar. But again, just being human, you cannot have everything structured. Sometimes you allow things to happen and they give you an opportunity to see what you have missed here and there. But also, I've managed this not through myself. We all need to have a supporting system in place.
Okay.
Yeah, so supporting system. This can be whether your parents, whether it's your housemaid, house helpers, yeah, even fellow leaders and team members. Sometimes you're not able to pick your child at school. You call another lady, are you able to pick my kids? Yeah, so we juggle. And then on Saturday and Sundays, yeah, you become a cook. You become a cook, you become a cleaner, you become everything that needs to be done. Yeah, so
okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, in your career journey, did you have a mentor who supported you and helped you to advise you, or you just did it on your own to get to where you are?
I definitely had not one mentor. I think I had 3 or 4.
Oh.
I'm a piece of work, like somebody needed to work on me,
Okay.
We worked together, of course. I had, my first mentor was when I was first in my first year, so this was sometime back in the early 2000s. And I continued with her. She was very helpful in terms of helping me also with the career decisions. But when I started my career with one of the banks also in Tanzania, I had another one. So I structured them. There was one who was more into family, the other one was in spirituality, the other one on financial literacy, the other one in career. So there were like 4 of them, and they have been very, very helpful.
Do you think, okay, what would you say are the importance of having, like a young female leader to have a career, to have a mentor in her career? What would you say is the importance of having that mentor?
I think that the mentor helps you see what will be the next steps, because usually the mentors are slightly higher than where you are. So they tend to help walk you through the processes that they've gone. But they can also guide you. They can share their experience. They're not there to give you solutions, so they'll take you through steps to help you come up with your own solutions. And sometimes they let you do what you want to do, make mistakes, and then told
and
you so. Yeah, I told you so, and then you're like, I told you.
And you didn't listen.
Yeah.
Now that you're a leader, what would you say are the importance of having a female leader?
I think it's extremely important. The importance of having a female leader, they come with a different touch. You see, I've noticed even when we're in management meetings, there'll be some hardcore things going on, but there is always this soft spot that comes in. For me, I strongly believe in kindness as a virtue, and no matter how strong a leader is, if you're not kind, it just won't work. So I think that nurturing tendency of assuring that I'm here, and also thinking about consequences. For example, in human resources, perhaps somebody needs to be let go. You feel, not that men don't feel, but you feel that they have maybe a husband or they have a wife, they have children. So before you make such kinds of decisions, you want to make sure that they are really just, they're really honest, they're really true. Otherwise, you end up in, I don't know, I'll use the word entanglements, where you might get into some kind of things that might not be very good.
Okay. Now, throughout your leadership journey, what would you say is your biggest achievement so far? And when you sit down, like, I did this.
I think there are many, but the things that I feel humbled with are the fact that there have been other women who, through me, have also grown. Maybe they've grown to certain positions, but it's not only about the positions. Some of them have become more financially more literate. Some of them have become more spiritual. Some of them have, I don't know, become better mothers. So through sharing experience also as a female leader, I've seen others also grow, and I think that is one of the greatest achievements as leaders and as ladies. We need to have that kind of supporting role to play to the younger ones, but also to the other ones who are in higher roles. Sometimes we forget them. We say, you have arrived. In my life, I've never wanted to believe that I've arrived.
You're just getting started.
I'm just getting started, and the life has, like right now I'm here. You will never know where I will be in the next 3-4 years. And yeah, so we need to strive to become better. And when we go up, we have to make sure that we bring others with us.
That's good.
Yeah.
Like, there are very few people who think the way you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, despite of all the efforts that have been made, you're supporting women, supporting other women, and other efforts to make sure that there are a lot of women in leadership positions, but still the number is low. What do you think is the problem?
There are so many factors that play into that, but what I would say based on my personal experience, I had a mentor, and a number of mentors, actually 4, but I realized at one point in my life I also needed somebody called a sponsor. So there's a difference there. The mentor helps you, brings you up, moves with you, shares with you ideas, thoughts, guides you. But a sponsor this is the person who will be speaking, who will be providing and pushing you into those roles. If you want to become a director of human resources, there has to be someone who has enough trust in you to say, hey, you know what, you can act in this position. No, I can't do it. No, you can do it. You have everything that it takes, and if you do not know anything, the world is a wide place. You can learn. So I realized that I needed that kind of a person, and I'm so excited because, perhaps one of the people that I need to acknowledge, I had 2, and I'll definitely mention them because I'll never ever stop thinking about them, is my managing director, Frank. This is the person who is like, you know what, you are an excellent trainer, facilitator. You are so good in this thing. And I'm like, but I don't think I have this time. It's like, you can create time.
So that's your sponsor?
He is my sponsor.
Okay.
He is my sponsor. He will be on my case. If I commit to something, and if I say that I want to do this thing, he'll say, you know what, you have everything that it takes. So he constantly pushes me to do this. But the other one is a lady, also a director of human resources, Mboni Maumba. Yes, she has been, we have worked together for almost 6 or 7 years before, and she left before I joined this place. When I joined this place, she kept on pushing me. And I said, all I like is being a facilitator, enjoying the cake of independence. I don't want too many responsibilities so that I take care of my children and my husband. And I kept on adding all these things so that I wouldn't go into any other role. Okay. And she said, hell no. Oh, hell no. You are so going to do this because you are capable, you are able. And I'm so grateful to these kinds of people because many women do not have an opportunity to have these kinds of people around them. Yeah.
Amazing. So what I've heard is like you had like 4 mentors.
Yes.
And 2 sponsors.
I needed help.
Wow. Like people need to know this.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to get to where you are, but it's not easy if you don't have people like who are supporting you. Like they tell you, you can do this. Then sometimes you give up, like what you say.
You do.
You give up and whatever. Now, in general, what would you say is the secret to your success?
Wow. Supporting system has to be there. Spirituality. I think whether you pray to God or whatever that you pray on, you need to hold on into something. But again, you should never stop learning. Like many people feel that right now I know everything. No. You need to keep on learning. Like learn like as if it's going out of style. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, learn and push yourself to do more, manage yourself more. And yeah, enjoy. Have time to enjoy.
You have to have that.
You have to have that. Okay. Right now we are hearing all these mental issues. People are becoming more, having so many challenges. It's because you just...
They don't enjoy life.
Yeah, life cannot be that hard.
You go to work and then you go back home. Then
Yes.
you have to go to work the whole week. You don't get time for yourself. You don't have fun.
That's a recipe for trouble.
Yeah.
You can catch up with your ladies, go for tea, go for coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be expensive. Go to a salon, for crying out loud. You know, get a hobby.
Get a hobby.
Yeah, you know. And by the way, our children and husbands cannot be our hobbies, because that's the other thing that we fall into a trap as women. Like you always think, it's my husband, my children, yeah. And you lose your own identity, by the way.
Okay.
You are who you are, and you have to be able to also do you.
Okay.
Yes, do you. Like,
do you
yeah.
find time for yourself. Now, before I let you go, looking back, is there anything that you would have changed? Like being who you are today, like when you look back, when you were young, is there anything that you would change?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, what is
Okay.
it?
I think I was too trusty,
Oh,
like trusting a lot. I had
trusting
this
people
a lot. Like,
the wrong people.
perhaps being naive, I would use the word naive, because you have a thinking that everybody feels and thinks the same. Yeah, but you realize the world is not that way. You know, we are so many different kinds of people, so you don't take face value. So right now, I listen more and I find genuine things within people. And when I realize that people are toxic, I definitely don't want them in my cycle. Like, I'll cut you
Cut
off.
them off.
Absolutely. I can't. Like, I would rather be alone and not have anyone who's like affecting my circle. So I want positivity. I want joy. Like, that's what I want.
Okay.
My peace first.
But then you talked about being kind and
Yes.
whatever. So how do you know like this person is not supposed to be in my circle?
Absolutely. And that's where the link is. It comes when you're too kind, you trust people,
Yeah.
then you let your guards off.
You know, I have that too.
You see?
Yeah.
It's I don't know. But for me right now, I'm like, I'll listen. I'll pray about it. Like, I never used to understand why my mom would pray about things. I'm like, why are you praying about the color of the wall? But now I understand. Like, I need to have a thinking process. If you're coming to me needing help, I don't want to use just my excitement and say, oh my God, I'm going to commit and help you, and then say, yes, I'm going to do this. No. Right now, I'm like, I've heard you. I understand that you're going through a lot of issues, and I've perhaps been in that situation if I've been there. And then please give me time to think through. And then I'll think through and see whether it's a yes, it's a no. Maybe I can organize for someone to assist you, but it shouldn't be a straight yes or jump in and move around. Yeah, so maybe you should start trying my new method.
I will do that. Thank you very much for the advice.
No worries.
Now, before we finish the interview, anything else you need to tell anyone who's watching us from Mwananchi Digital right now?
I think they should watch the show, and we should have some more of this.
We will. We definitely
Wasn't
will.
so sure that I had a lot to speak, but
I
hey,
know.
can you
That's why I said
imagine?
if you need anything else you have that you have not mentioned, you can say it right now. But we definitely would have to talk more about this.
Okay, so one thing, you should never stop learning. Never.
Okay.
And for those of us who do not have mentors, get a mentor and add a sponsor. A good kind of a sponsor, if you know what I mean.
Okay. I'll come to you for like the advice.
Yeah, we need to have that over coffee.
I
you
know, right? We'll definitely do that. Thank you
No
very
worries.
much.
Thank you.
Noelah, I've learned a lot of things from you. Like, the things that I didn't know were very important. Now I know, and I will use your advice to make sure that I get to where you are now.
Thank you so much, and maybe higher. Why not?
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Now, this was Noelah Bomani, Head of Human Capital and Administration here at TADB Bank. And I'm sure you have learned a lot of things from her. She talked about her journey, how she got to where she is today, and her secret to success and everything. Like, I'm sure you have learned a lot of things. Personally, I did. Now, we have been conducting a series of interviews with different women who have succeeded in their career journey. If you need to see more of these interviews, you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mwananchi Digital, but also you can follow us on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, for these and many more. My name is Anna Potness, and I thank you very much for your time. Till next time.